Morning. Morning, Marcelo. Yeah, just gonna hang out here for a bit, have the risk disclosure up while we wait for folks to join us. Hey, Frizu. Hey, Niels. Already in a short on NQ. Okay. A little pre-market short to kind of spice up the day. Yeah, I haven't really looked at the markets just yet, guys, so I really don't know. I just the same thing. I just kind of a little nagging cough. Nothing feeling wise, but I just to kind of, you would think I was a smoker. Yeah, well, if you see opportunity and it's aligned with your risk parameters, why not? I mean, that's what we do, right? Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. It's getting better, but it's quite slow. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get started, guys, because I do want to finish my review before those folks who decide to trade the opening range. Okay. Hey, San Roman Trading. Hello. All right, guys. So the risk disclosure is displayed. Okay. Again, we all know, and if we don't, we should. That futures, trading futures is risky. Just like any endeavor, and that we should, you know, any investor should. There's always a potential loss of capital, right? And so we don't want to invest money that we can't otherwise afford to lose. That's I think the main point. And I think the secondary point I want to make here is, I'm not here in any sort of investment advisory capacity, right? We don't have a relationship. I don't know what your risk tolerances are and things of that nature. So I'm not here to advise, solicit, offer, buy or sell, any security, future or instrument. Okay, so I'm not here in any sort of that kind of capacity. I'm here purely for informational purposes only, educational purposes only. Okay, so you can read the rest of it here on the screen. You had a max loss of 28. Oh wow. All right, so that's kind of the gist of the disclosure, guys. Again, like I said, it is displayed here on the screen. So the other thing I want to mention is if you are new to the room and you resonate with this kind of thing, and I guess if this is maybe the first time, then you can see for yourselves. But if the content I'm providing that does resonate, does support your efforts in navigating the markets, and you want to be alerted of this, I would encourage you to hit the like button, maybe even the subscribe button, so that you can be alerted of when I become available. I do this on every morning before the session, to kind of guide folks and give some folks some reference levels to focus on when for the day trading ahead. Okay. All right. So with that said, no, we can't start any session without understanding, what news has in store for us. I do believe we have inventories today, so I'm going to go ahead and display the economic calendar here in a minute. So we're going to do that. Okay, we have economic calendar up on my screen, and I'm going to go ahead and filter that down. Okay, just to the U.S. and just to 2-star and 3-star. I like looking at 2-star, even though I don't feel like it's going to impact me. Just to be aware of it, especially if it's an FOMC kind of event. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply here, and just gonna look here and see what, as I suspected, right? We have the 3-star event here at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Crude oil inventories for those who trade crude oil. This is a weekly event. Okay, and obviously that could impact the way crude oil moves. Okay, at that time, and we don't want to be caught off guard with unanticipated moves in the market, or events that could cause the market to move in ways that we hadn't anticipated. Okay, just double checking to make sure everybody can see my screen here. I'm not getting any notifications that they can't, so we'll go ahead and continue. So yeah, we have crude oil inventories, and then we have a 10-year note auction here at 1 p.m. was another 3-star event that has the potential of impacting the markets as well. Okay, so not a heavy news day. Okay, not a heavy news day. So again, that breeds a little bit of confidence, outside of those 3-star events, that the markets are going to behave around the levels the way we would expect them to behave. There's nothing news driven that could cause them to ignore them or spike through them, or what have you. Okay, so let's go ahead and gone through the disclosure. We're going to go ahead and share my screen here. I'm going to start with the gold market here, because doing some things, working with some folks. Yeah, so again, I have here on the left kind of how I draw my levels here, and I have both PST and CST times here, guys. So for GC, if I focus on CST, then really technically the market opens at 720, but I really don't pay too much attention to 5 to 720. I focus on 730, okay, CST, as the start of any sort of volume profile indication or creation that I do. Okay, and I basically draw it for the whole in New York session. Okay, for crude oil, again, I start in at the start of the session, which is at 8 a.m. CST, and let that run through the entire New York session. And the same is true for NASDAQ. The Central Time, 8:30 a.m., and I let that run through. So I get a lot of questions about when I start my profile, how far do I go, and those kinds of things. So I want to, I guess, make sure that you make a note of that. Again, like I said, the only thing that's really maybe a little bit of an anomaly here is technically I should start my bar here at 520. I don't. I start my bar here at 5:30 or 8:30 or 8:30 Eastern time. That's when I start my bar. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the daily here. Let's see, daily. All right. So here we are. I'm going to move this over to the side here. We'll keep it here for maybe, just so that people are aware of it. Okay. Let's see. We got black screen comments. Black screen. Okay. Let's see if I can restore that. Stop screen. Share again. All right. How about this? How about that? If I can get some notification that you guys can see the screen. Okay, perfect. All right. So I was about to say here, so we seem to be still in this kind of range here, kind of bearish channel in gold. All right. Now, I know that the question is this just a retracement of the swing? Okay. And basically trying to find a location for participants to kind of step in and kind of continue this move higher. Okay, because this technically we're still inside a swing, right? Or is this going to be a deeper kind of correction? All right. So I mean, our sentiment going in, right? We continue to develop, bearish candles here, all right, and they're contained inside this bearish channel. right? So our eyes and focus based on the daily should be continued, move to the downside. Now, if we start breaking some structure, price structure, I mean, you get above this level or get above this level, then maybe my opinion will change. But for now, given the daily, I have to think that we are going to continue lower. All right. All right. So let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. Okay, for our chart, I'm going to turn off some of these initial balance levels. Okay, we're going to keep some of these prior volume profiles that I've drawn. I'm going to remove some of these channels that I've drawn here as well. Okay, so here we are. We're going to zoom in here a bit. Okay, so again, still same story, right? Still, hasn't really changed. If I were to follow, I would probably need to adjust the channel here a bit to incorporate as many of these candles as I can. Still in the bearish channel, developing a, bullish engulfing. Okay. Now there was an attempt to head higher, was rejected, but that didn't make the buyers run away. Okay. So they're back at this again. Okay. Right now we haven't made either a new low or a new high. Okay. So we've made attempts in both direction and found both. Okay. We found sellers on the attempts to higher, and we found buyers on the attempts lower. So we're right smack in the middle now. Right now, again, we're developing a bullish engulfing, but we developed a bullish engulfing here, and that really didn't translate into anything too substantial to the upside, right? We did make an attempt to go higher, failed. Attempt to go lower, failed. So, this could be one of those days that we remain in a range in gold, okay? So we have a developing engulfing, but honestly, I need to see closes above, this structure here to really convince myself of that there might be a continuation move to the upside, all right? 30-minute chart. Okay, so 30-minute chart, this is where we start to draw our volume profile. I have a volume profile from Thursday, and we're going to go ahead and this Thursday. Yeah, it looks like it's Thursday. Oh. Yeah, are we current? We're not current. Okay, now we're current. Yeah, I was doing some back testing, guys, and I had in a mode, so I wasn't seeing all the candles here. Okay, all right. So we're looking at the 30-minute chart. I have a volume profile back here. So let's go ahead and draw a volume profile. Let's locate the 830 bar. All right, 830 bar from Tuesday. Okay, 830 bar from Tuesday, and that is around here. Okay, highlight that, drag that across to the 430 bar, which is right there. Okay, and we were talking about this range, right? That maybe we were in this range. Well, we've opened in a range. Okay, we have an initial balance here. Okay, price. This is the opening candle. Well, the candle opened at the low end of range. Okay, the low end of range. Now that's reacted away from point of control. Okay, but we have, we've come into an area of supply. We're kind of hovering around settlement price, right? We've kind of slammed through settlement price, came back and test, I guess, is the conviction of whoever this person or persons were, okay, to see if they really mean business and have the resources to take the market higher, okay? All right, so let's take a look at ADR levels, right? We have ADR levels here. So we have an ADR level up above, ADR level below, right smack in the middle, right? Not the best of locations to participate in any sort of trend trade, okay? Range trade, all good, middles. Trend trades, not so much. We like to be in these extremes, right? These areas down here, to participate, right? Maybe up here, maybe this offers an opportunity to go the opposite way, right? I think people have a hard time when we're seeing these candles come their way, that they are looking at these levels and saying that, well, maybe there's a potential that the price could reverse, right? They're always eager to look for a breakout, right? So we have to be conscious that this could offer, an area where price could reverse from, right? It is also an area. Let's see if this is. It is also an area where we have value area high. Okay, so this area right here, value area high. Well, you have value area high, and you also have a zone that has not been broken. Okay, so there's a lot of confluence here at this level at value area high that could produce a reaction, right? It could produce a reaction that could cause price to move away from it, right? Like this. Okay, so we have value area high, we have initial balance edge, but it's still very much developing. Okay. And what else? Was there something else that I wanted to? No, that's pretty the two main items. Oh, and then we have supply zone up here, right? Now the question is, if my intention, and if this is going to continue to follow the path it's taken up till now, well, let it prove it to me. Let it break above and close above. Okay. Then I can participate maybe at IB edge or value area high edge. Okay. For a continuation move. I just don't want to be the guy with the last guy to buy up at this level and have price come slam down against me. Right. As much as I'm impressed by the set of candles that, price has made or candles have made, I also understand that I'm coming into a zone where I could potentially see some sellers. Okay. So I need to be cognizant of that. Okay. So let's go ahead and call out these levels. Obviously, this level up here would offer me 23, what is that? 2042. All right. So 2342 would be an interesting level to go to fade, right? So ADR high, we're going to call it 2342. Okay. ADR low is down below at let's see, what is this? Looks like it's 2302. Let's call it 2302. 2302. Okay. And then settlement is 2324.2. Okay. And then so we'll go ahead and turn off ADR levels and turn on ASR. Well, ASR is a little bit lower. So we'll say, what is this? ASR 2337.4. Move this up here. 2337.4. 2337.4 on the high end. And then on the low end, we have, looks like 2112. 2112. No, is that right? No, 2312. It can't be right. Yeah. 2312. 2312. Okay. So these are going to be some levels I'm going to be focused in on beyond, initial balance range and the levels that we've called out already. Okay. Now, if this candle can close, maybe look at this on the 15-minute chart. If this candle can close and it's already closed, maybe this does give us an opportunity to take price short. Okay. To the downside. The only thing that's kind of working against me here, it's still above VWAP. It still technically hasn't closed below settlement, but it's sure showing some indications that it wants to head lower. Okay. All right. See, any questions? Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the crude oil market. All right. We're going to go ahead and change this. Okay. CL. Okay, crude oil. All right. So kind of a different look, at least so far in the market here on the 15-minute chart. Let's take a look at the daily. Okay. Looks like it's reacting away from, I'm not sure. It looks like ASR. So let's go ahead and open up the daily chart. Okay. Daily chart, go ahead and remove the drawings here. Drawings. Okay. So we are coming into a level where we would expect to see some buyers. Okay. We look to the left and we see that they came back to these locations. I don't know. This looks like a pretty nice head and shoulder pattern here. Okay. In any case, we are coming into an area where we could expect to see some buyers, right? So if it does manage to close below, who knows? Then we're probably looking at some of these lower levels, maybe 75, then maybe all the way down to 71. Okay, if we're able to close below these levels, but it is fair, with all this congestion here, that we could see some buying activity here. Okay, let's go turn this off here a sec. Okay, but still, we're very much in a bearish, kind of channel to the downside in an area where we could potentially see some buying. All right. So for our chart, okay, we'll go ahead and close initial balance because I don't think initial balance is in play just yet. So we'll go ahead and zoom in on this. Okay, stretch this out here a bit. All right. So again, similar kind of, view, right? Looking from left to right, we're not left to right, we're headed lower. Left to right, we're not headed higher. So trend is still down. Okay. We are developing I don't know if it's going to be visible here. Yeah, we are developing a bullish candle again against an area that could provide some support for that. Now, but we had a bullish channel. I mean, not bullish. We had a bullish candle here, failed. Another bullish candle here, failed. Okay, so we can't just rely on our bullish candle sentiment. We have to see if it can break maybe a series of candles or maybe some structure to the upside before we participate in a move, right? Location wise, we're at a good location for possible long, but now we need price action to support our view. All right. Okay, so 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart, again, we're starting to see a series of candles here. We're starting to begin to see that maybe we have an opportunity, right? We have a move higher, a pullback, and now we're developing a bullish candle here right at right almost above a VWAP. Looks pretty clean to me, okay? If we do manage to close above VWAP and even above this structure level, looks like settlement price is very much in the sights. Okay, so it looks like a nice potential nice opportunity to the long side here. Fixed range volume profile. Let's go ahead and look at. Okay, so this Wednesday we'll go back to there. It is Tuesday. Draw this across here. Okay, there it is. So we're technically below value. All right, it's kind of opposite of what we were seeing. We're coming in at a different viewpoint here, right? So look how it came into value area low from yesterday and failed, but didn't fail all that strongly. Okay, the sellers were not able to make a new low, and now we're starting to see that it's making a little bit of a demand here. Okay, there's a little bit of a demand. We have not seen price close back inside this area here, right? So as long as this remains supportive, then we should, again, it provides us an opportunity for maybe a move back to settlement price. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up the ADR levels again. So we have a confluence of information here. We have a demand zone, we have ADR exhaustion, we have VWAP, all telling us that maybe we have a potential of price moving higher here. Okay, so let's go ahead and call out our ADR levels. So we have ADR high here, okay? ADR high at, let's call it, what is that? 79.27. 79.27, all right? 79.27. And ADR low is at, what is that? ADR low is, looks like, what was that? 77.40, maybe? 77.40. Okay, and then we have settlement at 78.38. 38. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and close down ADR level and open up ASR levels. Okay. Okay. Similar kind of level we have on the low side. Looks like it's 77. Let's call it 77.18. Okay. On the low side, ASR 77.18, 77.18. And then to the top side, let's fix this. Okay, 77.18 low. And then on the high side, we have, looks like 78.68, 78.68, 78.68. Okay, all right. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm seeing here. So like I said, developing, open up initial balance here. So we'll see what the initial balance is doing. Okay, relatively tight range, but we're still another 30-minute candle away. And with the news, who knows? So, but I would have to say that is developing quite a nice opportunity to the upside. With the news and the fact that initial balance is not 100% complete, use your own, parameters to decide whether you want to participate in a potential long here. Okay. All right. So anything else I want to say about crude oil? No. Like I said, it's at a good spot for a long. If I'm looking short, I need to look at these levels up above. Okay. All right. Let's look at NASDAQ. Okay. Again, NASDAQ, we've come into an area, ASR level that's becoming to start becoming. Niels, you're talking crude oil, correct? Okay, while I wait for his answer, we'll continue. All right, so let's take a look at the daily chart. So it looks like we've been involved. Folks have already been involved in some shorts, and I could see why. Right, we have a developing bearish candle up again, up in an area where we could expect to see sellers. Right, price has come into an area where we've seen selling in the past. So it's no surprise that there is selling there. Okay, so again, we've been in a kind of a bullish move. Okay, nothing really has broken any sort of structure to the downside. Okay, this is kind of well within the sort of tolerance here, and still maintain a bullish kind of picture. Okay, the only thing that we are seeing now is location. Right, we're up against an area of supply, and we're seeing some candles, but we're still in a bullish channel. Okay, we're still in the bullish channel to the upside. 4-hour chart. Okay, we're going to go ahead and close initial balance because we're a half hour away from that. Okay, again, developing quite an impressive bearish engulfing candle. It wiped out a bunch of I don't know, potential buyers maybe here up at the top. I'm not sure. So but nonetheless, it's quite strong to the downside. Okay. Now 18,000, I would say would be a level to look at. All right, to think about anyway for maybe a potential reversal off of what's going on here. If 18,000 if 18,000 does not hold, we're headed to 17,750. I'm just going from consolidation area to consolidation area. All right, so 30-minute chart. Okay, we have a series of candles that are below both VWAP and settlement price. Okay. VWAP and settlement price. We're getting kind of a bit, I would say, a little bit extended away from VWAP a little bit, coming into an area here on the left. This also looks like a, kind of a head and shoulder, very extended shoulder though. Okay. But yeah, so we're coming into a supply area, not supply area. We're coming into a demand area right now in price. And we're starting to see that maybe buyers are interested here. Let's look at the fixed range volume profile. Let's locate the 630 bar from Tuesday. Oh, drag that across to 1330. There I go. All right. So we're technically below value from yesterday. All right. So bear very much in control of the market as we speak. Okay. Right now, I mean, for me, uh, would have to participate in any sort of down move. I have to see some sort of, pullback, right, to some known level. Could it be to this, what used to be demand here? Could it be back to VWAP? Could it be back all the way up to settlement price, right? But then that's also the move down, right? The move down, also provides us opportunities to back to up to VWAP, back up to settlement price. The question that we have to ask ourselves is, are we in some sort of sustained auction to the downside? So, we want to make sure that we arrive at some good levels, right? And so to, support this, right? So support this idea of a reversal. Well, we have ADR down here. Okay. ADR could offer a logical location for price to potentially reverse from what we're seeing. Okay. Logical level. It's not, there's no guarantee that that is going to take place, but it's a logical level for us to look for that. Okay. What level is that? Let's see. Looks like it's just a shade under 18,050. Let's call it 1849. So ADR low is 1849. What was it? I was going to say 25, but let's call it 50. Okay. Right. Somewhere in that range. Okay. We have settlement price above us. Okay. Settlement price above us. So I'll just call it settlement. Settlement at, what is that? 18,199.50. 18,199.50. Okay. And then ADR high. ADR high is where is this? ADR high. Ooh, way up there. 18,003. What is that? 339, or let's call it, let's see. Let's call it 339. 18,339 is our high. Okay. 18,339. All right, let's go ahead and open up. Let's close on ADR. Let's open up ASR. Okay, so ASR is coming in a bit higher. All right, so looks like it's what is that? Stretch this out here a little bit. 18,081. 18,081.50. ADR low, ASR low, I should say. 18,081.50. Okay. ADR low. Let's stretch this out here a little bit. Okay. ADR high, or ASR high. Sorry. Keep saying ADR when I really mean ASR. ASR high. That is, where is it? ASR is, looks like 18,341.50. 18,341.50. 18,341.50. Very close to the same ADR levels here. Okay, so we kind of move this up here to the top, kind of scrunch this back over here, make things visible. Yeah, so this for me is kind of playing out as maybe an opportunity for a reversal off of these ASR levels. That's kind of what it's starting to look like to me here. Okay, that has found a level here that potentially could cause price to come back at least to VWAP, maybe up to settlement price. Right, that's kind of what is kind of playing out for me currently in the Nasdaq. Okay, see, very interesting long area. Got out of a short here as well. We love logical levels. Yeah, so this is a logical level. It's a logical level for a potential reversal. It's inside Monday's value. All right, Savage. Okay, well, like I said, right now, as long as it's able to hold above this, if we get a series of candles here and not able to make a new low, then I stand by my view that we are going to potentially maybe make a little mean reversion trade back to VWAP, or maybe as high as settlement price. Okay, that's kind of my view of NASDAQ. All right, so let's take a look at ES. All right, so ES. All right, I'm gonna kind of, guys, I'm gonna forego the daily and the 4-hour view, because I suspect whatever assessment we made is also applies to ES. Again, no surprise, it's also come to a similar level here. Let's go ahead and draw. Let's close this out for a second. Let's draw ADR. Okay, a little bit lower. Okay. But let's first start with fixed range volume profile. Okay, let's locate the bar for Tuesday, which is here. Okay, drag that across to the close, which is here. So here we are below value. Okay, so bears are in control of the market, but we are starting to see signs that maybe buyers are starting to nibble. Now, this doesn't look as nice here, but when we open up ASR, you will see that it's kind of reacting off of ASR. However, we do have ADR a little bit further below. Okay, so let's call out these levels. Okay, so let's pull this in over here, and let's start to erase some of these levels and call out some of these levels. So let's see, we have, what is this? All right, on the low end, I see 51.80.25, 51.80.25, 51.80, 51.80.25. Okay. Settlement we have is at 52.13.75, 52.13.75, and then we have on the high end, let's move this over to the right, high end we have, what is that? Is that 52.40, 52.43 or 40? Yeah, 43.50, 52.43.50, 52.43 to 43.50. Let's turn off ADR levels. Turn on ASR. We have okay. We have already some reaction away from it. Let's call it 51.87.75. That's ASR. 51.87.75. Not 85.75. Okay, and then no, that's not where I wanted to put it. I need that down here. Okay, and then we'll remove that. Try to move it anyway. Boom, 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 boom. All right, and then on the top side we have, what is that? 52. Let's call it 52.44. Top side, very close to ADR highs. ASR coming in around the same level, 52.44. 52.44. All right. So again, starting to show signs that maybe we could get a little bit of a pullback here, maybe up as high as ADR, but we have to be careful, right? Because we are in a swing where we do have sellers in the market that could step in and cause price to continue lower. All right. So we have to kind of like our expectations for this trade have to be kind of a little bit, I would say, quelled, I guess, set our expectations appropriately. Having a target up to VWAP seems reasonable. But we probably want to manage it pretty tight, right? We have VWAP up above us. We have settlement up above us. Could make for a relatively nice trade. All right, long, okay, to the upside. All right. Let's see if we have any questions. Good area for put credit spreads. Yes, potentially. Yeah. You want to sell 51.90 and buy 51.80, something like that. I don't know. But yes, it is a relatively good location for a put credit spread. Retesting resistance at open, possibly. Yeah, I think it's possible. Okay. All right. All right. So let's close out the session here with a review of YM. All right. Again, we're just going to focus in on, guys. We're going to focus in on the 1 minute chart because I don't see now this is showing a little bit more strength. Okay, away from even before it reached ASR. So let's go ahead and open up fixed range volume profile. Let's locate the, let's see here, the 630. There it is. Drag that across to the 430. There it is. All right. Well, again, like that and ES, we are below value. Bears are still in control, but the reaction here is a bit stronger. The reversal pattern that I'm seeing is a bit stronger than what we saw on either the NASDAQ or the ES. Okay. Question is, can it sustain this into the open? Can it close with this kind of nice 3-bar reversal that would lead us to believe that we're going to at least get up to VWAP and maybe up to settlement price? Okay. So the view is relatively the same. Okay. So let's go ahead and close this, open up ADR. ADR is way below us. Okay. So we have, kind of in the middles in here a little bit. So let's see where we're at with ADR low. So we'll go ahead and open that up. We have ADR low. Okay, we have ADR low here at let's see here. I'm going to call it 38,810. Okay. We have settlement. Oh, sorry. ADR high at what is that? ADR high at 39,218. I think 38 now, 218, 39,218. And then settlement price, we have 39,027. 027 here, settle 39,027. And let's call out ASR here. Okay, ASR on the top end is pretty much coming in at this almost the same level. Top side, what is that? 218. No, this is like 240. Yeah, this looks more like 239, 239. Top side ASR 239. Okay, and then the bottom is 38. Looks like 881. 388881. Okay. All right. So yeah. So we're not going to draw in an initial balance range because initial balance range, the market has technically not opened. Okay. But we're starting to see some signs that maybe we come back up to VWAP. Maybe we also create a kind of a continuation trade right here. Okay. to the downside, right? So I'd like to see maybe price get above this channel to really kind of sink my teeth into a long. But I also have to be guarded with that long because I do have settlement price and then VWAP ahead of me, above me. Okay. All right. Let's see. We do have 10 minutes remaining here, so let's take a look at PL Platinum. It's kind of like a bonus here for Tron. Okay, so we'll take a look at Platinum here to close out. So we're going to remove some of these drawings if I can. Remove drawings. Okay, well, there's nothing to remove. Let's hide some of these things. All right, this looks a little bit better to me now. Okay, looking at the daily. We're developing a quite impressive bullish, I guess, piercing candle. Not bullish, bearish. Piercing candle at the moment. That's going to potentially get us below here VWAP. All right, so we're at a level kind of toppy here. All right, so daily is showing signs that maybe there's some weakness here. 4 hour also. Okay, we are coming into an area where we did see a buyer, a pretty strong buyer, and we're kind of grinding our way down here. Now the question is this buyer going to step back in at this level? Okay, is he going to step in? Because if so, then it's going to develop a nice little demand zone right here that could serve as a springboard for higher pricing. Okay, right now we're below VWAP. Below VWAP, indicating that we could be seeing some lower prices here. 30-minute chart, same kind of 4-hour demand zone that we're seeing. We're seeing a reaction off of VWAP, right? Already one reaction off of VWAP coming into a demand zone. All right. ADR levels. ADR has already been exceeded to the downside. So we're ADR high, or ADR low was looks like 975.7. 975.7 ADR low. 975.7. All right. We got settle above us at 988.4. Okay, and then we have I know this is in the wrong order, guys, apologize. ADR high at it looks like pretty much 1,000. Let's call it 999.3. ADR high 999.3. Okay, we'll shut down ADR levels, open up ASR. We have ASR here at we got ASR here at looks like 980.3. ADR high 980.3, which is quite low, 980.3. And then we have settle down below us, not settle, but ASR 966.6. 966.6. Okay. Okay, there it is. All right. So for me, I'm going to be probably looking for maybe a potential opportunity long later in the session. And open up initial balance here. Okay, we are, we have a relatively, I guess, looks like a standard size initial balance coming into an area of demand that could offer an opportunity. Okay, could offer an opportunity long right here, maybe off of this level here. I'm looking at ASR at the moment. That could offer an opportunity for a bounce higher. Okay, maybe a little bit lower, down to maybe a prior settlement price. But anywhere in this area to me seems like a ripe area for a long. Okay, in platinum. All right, but I'm just not going to blindly accept that. Right, I'm just not going to put a limit order down here and hope for the best. I'm going to wait and demand that they show me that, yes, indeed, that there is some interest here at these prices. And we're right with you, Coach Ray, and we're going to support your trade, back up to maybe ASR high or VWAP, or maybe even potentially back up to settlement price. All right. All right, so let's see. No real questions here, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and close off the session 5 minutes before the open for those folks who like trading the opening range trade here. So I'm gonna wish you guys a safe and profitable session. Okay, and close off every session with uh, trade like a pro, be a market trader. All right, guys. So don't be shy with the likes. Don't be shy with the subscribes. And so for some of you, I'll see in the Coach Race channel. For others, I'll see you in group coaching. And for still others, I'll see you guys mañana for another round of pre-market. All right. Have an excellent day, guys, and I'll hasta mañana, o hasta luego, Paula, and we'll see you guys all soon. Have a good day, guys.